Hey everyone, thanks for being patient as we're trying to figure out our response to the COVID-19 virus and the CDC regulations and Governor Keith Brown's regulations as well. We jokingly say that on staff, our goal is to be somewhere between licking our fingers and gargling Clorox. And we don't want to be fearful, but we also don't want to neglect the risk that's around us as well. 1 John 4:8 says, perfect love casts out all fear. And then Paul goes on to instruct us to walk in love. So I want to remind you that in times like this, there are tons of people who are around us who are walking in fear. So I want to encourage you first to walk by their side in love, to have empathy towards people who are genuinely afraid of what's going on. Paul also tells us to battle fear on our knees and to be praying at all times. So I think that we have a tremendous opportunity in a time like this to pray for those who are around us, to pray for our church, to pray for our city, for our government, and for people who are afraid. I wanted to share Philippians chapter 2, verses 1 through 4. Therefore, if you have any encouragement from being united in Christ, if you have any comfort from his love, any common sharing in the Spirit, any tenderness and compassion, then make my joy complete by being like-minded, having the same love, being one in spirit and one of mind. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceits. Rather, in humility, value others above yourself, not looking to your own interest, but each of you to the interest of others. As a pastoral staff, we're not afraid, but we are also a very young pastoral staff, and none of us are at risk or are in the at-risk community for this virus. So my job as a pastor isn't to figure out what's best for me, it's to figure out what it looks like to lead a church, to lead a staff who's not looking out for our own interests, but each of us for the interest of others. This afternoon, we've gotten a word from the general superintendents and from our denomination, instructing us to follow the regulations that the state is putting before us. So effective today, we are canceling all weekend services for the next 4 weeks, which is the instruction from Governor Keith Brown's mandate of banning all gatherings of 250 or more. Our second service is above 250, and it wouldn't really make sense to try to ban one service and then have everyone shift. And so with counsel from many other pastors in our area, many other pastors in our denomination, we are canceling all of our weekend services. Our midweek events and our midweek Bible studies and groups are canceled until further notice. And we are also postponing our Work and Witness mission trip to Hawaii until later on this summer. Now, that's all of the bad news. So let me tell you some good news. We have been working on live streaming our service for several months now. And in fact, one of the amazing things and the most exciting parts about hiring Mason to be our worship arts director is that he is a pro and he knows a lot about live streaming. So we have some really unique things that we're going to be offering very soon. Beginning this Sunday, we will start live streaming our service at 9 a.m. As soon as that video is done streaming, it will then be posted so that anyone can view it at their convenience. There's more good news. So not only are we live streaming our Sunday services, but we are also beginning this week going to add 4 or 5 other worship and prayer streaming services during the week. So most of the days of the week, you'll be able to tune in to a worship service and a prayer time. These midweek services we're really excited about because they are going to have an interactive element where you can request worship songs for Pastor Mason to lead. And then you'll get the chance to hear from a different staff member who presents a devotional and leads you in prayer each week. So in a lot of ways, we are moving from 3 services to 6 or 7 services a week. Over the next couple days, we want you to watch out for a series of instructional videos that we will be posting. Pastor Mason will be posting a video on the different ways that you can view the services, an instructional video. Pastor Josh and his wife Rachel are going to be posting a video on best practices that they have learned by worshiping at home. As many of you know, Rachel has an illness that has prevented her from being part of worship gatherings, and so she is very skilled and has learned how to make the most of worshiping at home, and they're going to be posting an instructional video on how to do that. We'll also give you instructions on how you can give from home and give online, and in a lot of ways, we believe that God's going to use this for good. He's going to use this for good in your neighborhoods, in your families. We're getting the opportunity to try a lot of things that we've been talking about, and we're excited about it. So we love you guys, we miss you, and we cannot wait to gather with you soon.